Hello, welcome to a lecture in Introduction to Business. Today we will go through a topic as, for example, competitive advantage and break-even point. In terms of competitive advantage is superiority gained by an organization when it can provide the same value as its competitors but at lower price, or can charge higher prices by providing greater value through differentiation. Competitive advantage results from matching core competencies to the opportunities. In other words, when you as a, if you have a company or you have a product, you can create competitive advantage, and you can make it through two different ways. You can create cost advantage or differentiation advantage. So you can have a similar product at lower price, or you your potential customers are willing to pay a price premium for from your unique product. Uh, Also, there are two types of competitive advantage. One is temporary competitive advantage, and one is sustainable long-term competitive advantage. Sustainable competitive advantage is the benefit of implementing some unique value creating strategy based on unique combination of internal organizational resources and capabilities that cannot be replaced by competitors. How do you know if you have a short-term competitive advantage or a long-term competitive advantage? You can use VRIO model. So if you have some unique resource, some unique asset, you can ask four questions: the question of value, the question of rarity, the question of immutability, and the question of organization. So uh, you can ask yourself if your business idea or your product is valuable, is rare, is hard to imitate, is the firm organized around it. And if you answer yes for all of those questions, you create your long-term competitive advantage. If your competitive advantage isn't hard to imitate, for example, you have still competitive advantage, but it's only short term because the competitors actually can copy your competitive advantage, and then it's not competitive advantage at all. Uh, if you have some special resource and or some asset which is not valuable at all, it actually creates competitive disadvantage. And if it is not rare, uh, it's competitive for equality because all your competitors actually have this type of resource or asset. So by using VRIO model, you can check, you can validate that you actually have a competitive advantage and which type of competitive advantage. I put here the video about iPhone introductions, actually the record of first iPhone introduction, and it actually shows how long-term competitive advantage looks like. The second topic is a break-even point. This is also very important uh, concept of developing your business idea. It actually says how much you have to sell so you don't lose money. So your total costs equal your sales. After this point, you creating a profit. So what is, in other words, uh, break-even point indicates what contribution from sales is sufficient to cover the overheads. So let's say when you have a coffee shop, you calculate that you have to sell 500 coffees per month. So you will cover all your costs, your fixed costs and variable costs, so total costs, and any other coffee you will sell will create the profit. And finally, I put video of Dragon's Den, which is like the show from BBC, where investors are speaking with potential uh, investment opportunities. And I think this one is very very interesting.